Hey guys, this is gonna be our most wanted top 10 death battle list. Has a weird way of saying it. Alright, let's get started. Starting the list at number 10, we got Poe versus the Son of Siren Head. Now, the connections are, well, they're both basically a younger version of the main characters, or not the main characters, the main scary characters, Siren Head and Tinky Winky. They're actually way stronger, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, the reason why it's number 10 is because it's the least likely to get on the list. And the reason why is because, well, Son of Siren Head is kind of a fan-made character, and you know what that means. Now, as for who wins this, well, it's kind of a stomp for Son of Siren Head, because Poe, he's at least wall, maybe building. Not that. I don't know. But I know he's at least wall, you know, because, of course, he can destroy the ground and stuff. You know, that's not comparing that to Son of Siren Head. He can destroy entire continents. He's continental level, maybe even planet level. And yes, the other kid, Son of Siren Head, probably doesn't have as much as abilities as Poe. He's way more durable and, frankly, is more louder. Who knew a siren is louder than a Teletubby? That's something I never thought I'd say. Alright, on to the next one. Oh yes, something where you can't tell the two characters are at this time because it was a circle. For number 9, we got the old lady from There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly versus the Hungry Caterpillar from The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Now this, I really like this. It's about two, characters, not really people, who eat a lot of stuff without any necessarily consequential things. So, for who would win this, pretty interesting. Now there is a picture of there that shows a caterpillar eating an entire building. Now, if you want to, I don't know if that's true or not, but for the old lady, you know, she can at least eat a fly, of course, a spider, a bird, a cat, a dog, of course, a cow, I don't know why, and a horse, and then she died. That's the end. And the hungry caterpillar, he's eating a lot. He ate a lot of stuff. Now, if I remember, each day he ate like the same amount of days, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, stuff like that. Does not eat 8 days, and yeah. Basically, this is who eat each other first. That's pretty much what this is. Now, I really want the caterpillar to win because, you know, he's more he's way better than the old lady, and frankly, you know, this is actually a pretty interesting matchup. And for who'd win this, I want to say, I don't know, but I'm rooting for the caterpillar because, you know, he's the OG. Actually, I don't know if he's the OG, but he's still there. You know, he's still shut up. He's still there. So yep, that's number 9. On to number 10. Hopefully, they ain't no other circles again. For number 9, we have two cannibalistic cereals that are just as crazy as they are, well, crazy and hungry. for this is a cereal battle. You see, we got the Cinnamon Toast Crunch from Cinnamon Toast Crunch versus Crave from Cereal Crave. And now this is a interesting one to say the least. And honestly, I really like this idea. So it's between, I already told you the connection. But now, for who'd win? So let's talk about this for real. No shenanigans talking about cereal. Cannibalistic cereal. For Cinnamon Toast, they're not as, like, how do I put this? No, they're not as, like, vicious as Crave, because you see them devouring them like ease. Like, they kill the chocolate things. I don't know what they call them. They kill those, like, they don't even care. And honestly, I don't even think they're as smart as Crave either, because, well, Cinnamon, they just kind of eat them. Like, they even eat in themselves. Like, come on, why do you do that? They ate themselves. Crave, on the other hand, yes, they are pretty savage, but, you know, they have a lot of weaponry, or I don't know how much. They have way more than Cinnamon for that much. So, obviously, we gotta talk about their weapons, of course. You're not gonna believe this, but, you know, they kind of have a ray gun. A ray gun. Like, who gives a cereal a ray gun? And You really think they can compete with that? Like, come on, it's a ray gun. They also we're actually very smart, like, because they've tricked the chocolate things, which I don't know how smart those are, but they tricked the chocolate things many times, actually all the time. While Cinnamon Toast Crunch, they're eating, right? Like, they could have an entire boat and it could be made of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and they'll eat it and they'll sink and they'll die. That's it. Yeah, you can see why Crave wins. And his chocolatey slogan once said, chocolate yum yum, I think. Yeah, that's it. Alright, I'm ending this part now. And on to next number. Alright, here's an interesting matchup. Little Alchemy from, well, he's kind of not from Reddit, he's kind of from himself, versus the Pigcrafter. And now this is like a new matchup, because, you know, I barely made trade on this, like the other one too, like the number 9, yeah. But connections are, well, they're always constantly upgrading their own weaponry to get stronger and create the bestest thing they could possibly make, which in this case is anything destructive for the Pigcrafter, and then basically achieving a god in Little Alchemy. Now for this winner, this is a tough one because as you can see, they're both very powerful. One deals with gods. They deal with gods. They mine with gods. They have the power of gods inside, which is Pigcrafter. And meanwhile, Little Alchemy, they're over here creating Godzillas, creating literal death and maybe gods. I don't know if that in the game, but they are pretty powerful too. Now this might be stalemate. I don't know. Could be. I didn't do enough research for this. Yeah. What do you expect me to do? I'm lazy. I only do research when I want to. But that's beside the point. Now, if I were to choose anyone to win, it'd probably be Little Alchemy. You know, I think they just have far more stuff, potentially better weaponry, and well, they could probably create anything Pigcrafter could create. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. You know, this is probably like the second, no, maybe third, depending on what's in the list. Maybe the third most closest, or closest. I don't know if the most closest on this list. I know it's not, but one of the closest ones on this list. On to next number. Yeah, that's the next number. All right, let's go. Oh yes, a battle between two killers hiding in disguise amongst a whole bunch of crowd of people. We were trying to finish the game and, well, not get killed by the killers. This came murder versus the imposter. Now this one is a pretty interesting one, to say the least. People may assume that the imposter wins because, you know, Roblox is a very weird game, you know. And I want to say that right, you know, Roblox is a weird game, but this is like one of this murder mystery is like one of the good games. Used to be, till it wasn't. This is all I gotta say, you know. But this is besides the point. Now, as you know, the battle here, who actually wins this is the murderer, because he actually kind of stomps. Well, not like necessarily stomps now, but you know, it's more closer now. But he used to stomp. He still wins. You know, it's not a stomp anymore. Now, I've heard that the imposter is street level, and the other guy the murderer is he's way faster, able to dodge bullets. I don't know, they're point blank. He's able to throw a knife at bullet speed. Yeah, it's a thing. Like, why would you give that power to this Roblox here? And that's it for number 6. On to the next number, unless I somehow mess up his ending cards. Yeah, I always have to say something at the end. Yeah. Oh yes, you were probably not expecting a YouTuber battle on this one, but yes, this is Skippy versus Albert. This is the closest battle on this list. It's closer than the, of course, you know, the other one I showed you earlier, forgot which one it was. I don't feel like going back either. But it's actually super close. They're both evenly matched. Though their both abilities cancel out each other's abilities. And well, it's kind of tough to say who wins, you know. I've heard Skippy, I've heard Albert, you know. But the real winner, unclear. As of right now, it's really close, but it's been decided right now that Albert wins. Sadly, you know. I kind of like Skippy more, but you know, that's a topic for a different day. And sadly, Skippy loses right now. But this has actually great animation potential, and really great. Like, they have so much abilities, wide variety. There's a lot of banter that could happen. You know, talk back. Especially with these two screaming machines. You know, and yeah, you know, it's actually a YouTube battle. I think this is the only one on the list, unless I decide to put another one, because yeah, why not? Because I'm me, you know. I'm Leon, I'm Neon. Leon is Neon, Neon is Leon, Leon the Neon, Leon was Neon, Leon the Leon. You know, I'm just everything, you know. Alright, that's the end for this one, I guess. I don't know. Bye. Today in this number 4 spot, we got two who die a lot with very good skills, I might have to say, actually. But yeah, they die a lot. We got Mr. Dismount from Turbo Dismount versus the irresponsible dad, Origin. That's his actual name, from Happy Wheels. This is a interesting one. I mean, either way, someone dies in this situation, and yeah, I mean, there's that. Now, we're only giving them one life for this, you know, because Infinite is kind of a long thing to animate, you know. But if we're saying who wins, Mr. Dismount wins, because better weaponry, you know. All Dad has is a bike and a child. What is that gonna do? Toss the child? I mean, yeah, you can do that, but like, does a child tossing person compete against a guy, a ragdoll, and a tank, a literal tank, or a train, or a bird? Yeah, you heard it. A bird. What you can do about it, huh? Fight me in the comments. I dare you. I triple dog dare you. Go ahead. How do you know I'm just gonna cut it off manually? You know, I just ended this part randomly, segment randomly. You weren't expecting a toy battle, were you? What are you expecting? Regular battles? Nah, I'm just like that, you know? As you know, neon is a pretty bright color. And I am pretty bright, you know? On to the real story. Two games that were invented a long time ago with similar purposes, yet somehow completely different game. Whatever it's called. Now this, you probably all know who wins this. Chess. You know, checkers can't compete with the king or queen or pawn, the pawn for that matter. It's probably the only thing that is better than that can actually face off against a checker piece. Horse, no, that just kind of eats them, you know. I guess the one thing they might have over them is the checker pieces might have over chess pieces is their awkward movements, and they don't actually have to take the place of one thing. Instead, they can kind of hop over it. But you know, that can also be a weakness, a big weakness too. This has nice little animation potential. I would like it. I'd like if this actually happened. And yeah, you know, toy battle. Why not? I'd love to see one. You know, any of them. You know, like come on, you're missing out. This is like a really good chance to update chess. You know, that thing hasn't got an update in like 500 years, 500 million. I don't know, however long those updates ago. You know, we need chess too, guys. We need chess too. Guys, this is what we need. This is what we need. This is better than Adam versus Spring Arms. Come on, like, come on. Like, this is what we need. We need Chappie versus Adam. Adam for real steel, not P Adam, you know, not DC Adam. That would be funny though. That would be an interesting battle. But no, we need this. Think about it. Just think about it. They're pretty much the underdogs in their own movie, you know. If you know what I'm saying, you know. Like, I don't know how I can describe it better to you. Come on, we need this. Death battle make this happen, you know. This probably will never happen. Spring Armor versus Adam will probably happen instead of this. I'll be sad. This is what we need, guys. I don't care. Hashtag Adam versus Chappie. We need this. Come on. And honestly, both of them need a second movie, you know. We need Real Steel 2. We need Chappie 2, you know. This is what we need, guys. This is what we need. I'm not even gonna end this on a joke, you know. I'm just gonna say this is what we need. This is what we need. Alright, guys. Y'all wanna see my most wanted death battle? Out of all this list, this is the one that needs to happen. Tetris versus Jenga. 2 retroactive games, quote unquote. Their main focus being stacking, unstacking, and destroying blocks. Now, this is the one that needs to happen. Frankly, kind of sucks that Jenga loses this. Hey yo, but epic Tetris win. Even though this is probably the only matchup with Tetris. I'm not even gonna put a joke them now, you know? Well, whatever it was. I'm not even gonna do anything, you know? This is like the one, alright? And stats. It's a tough one to say. The best feat of survivalation a Jenga has held up to is taking a somewhat half-force hit from a Godzilla. I don't know if that, you know, that's kind of hard to figure out. And Tetris, they're just gods, you know. Only way to kill them is if they create an entire line, and even at that, that's still not killing them. That's just prolonging them. The only actual way to kill them is, you know, if they get stuck. Like, if you can't physically place any more Tetris pieces. But you want to know the real dilemma with this matchup? The scaling. This is the weirdest one you would scale. So you think about, wait, doesn't Jenga like technically scale to Godzilla, you know? Yes, but in theory you could say Jenga. Wait, no, I meant to say Jenga. I don't know if I said Tetris. I'll look back on that. But Jenga scales to Tetris. You may be thinking, how? How is that even possible? I forgot when they made it, but they made a game called Tetris vs. Jenga. And, no, not Jenga, Tetris. Tetris, Jenga. Either way, same thing, you know. I don't know what to do. I'm not going to use that for this. And the reason why is because if I did, it would probably be a stalemate, because you can't fight something if you're as strong as them. Like, you can't just fight something if you scale to them, you know? Like, fighting Hulk versus Hulk, you know? Superman versus Superman, you know? Like, they're as strong as the other one, you know? And if we count that as quote-unquote a part of the Jenga lore and the Tetris lore, they're as strong as each other, which would crumble this entire thing. Even if we did include it, I would say that only applies to base Tetris, you know? Because there's Tetris Effect, Dr. Mario Tetris, you know? There's other Tetrises. But, you know, if you do scale them together, that's a recipe for disaster. And I'm just not going to use that one for this. So that's the end of this, you know. I'm gonna end it. Ha 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 ha.